Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be showing you how to get this sleeve. If you want to see that, keep on watching. In this video we're going to be cutting and sewing the sleeve of the Milka top that we have already. So this is the only material that is remaining for me, so I'm going to go ahead and use all of it. But if your material is still remaining, I would advise you probably you should add to the width, not the or even the length, because the more the material, the puffier is it will be. So I went ahead and folded this into 4 folding, like 4. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So you're going to have like 2 sleeves. You get my shoulder length is 18 divided by 2 is 8. I'll start my tape from 7.5 because I want to add the 050 for sewing allowance. So I am going to start from 7.5, and then the first place I want to put my puff, or rather my gather, I want it to be like towards my elbow, my elbow region. But then because it's going to be a puffy outfit, my elbow is 20 inches, 1920. I'll come and I'll add about 4 inches here and mark it at 24, so that it's going to give me the puffy effect I want. Then I already know this is my full length. At the end here is my full length, and then if you look at that sleeve very well, I'm going to leave about 5 inches from the full length, which is if I leave about 5 inches, which is I'll mark 35 here. This 5 inches is also going to incorporate my sewing allowance. So I'll mark 35 here, and then I'll mark 24 here. Remember, with this measurement I have, I told you guys that normal my elbow should be at 1920, depending on where you want to keep it. But then I added either 5 or 4 inches, so you can go ahead and add. You can even add 6 inches depending on the amount of material that you have. Do you get? So I'll go ahead and shock it here, and I'll shock the 35 that we did here. And once I'm done shocking it, this is what I'm going to use. I'm not going to cut out anything from it. I'll go ahead and notch this side so that I'm going to know my center. Then I'll also go ahead and open up this place that is closed here. So we are going to have our two separate sleeves. So now we have our 2 separate sleeves. I'll go ahead in this particular point. I'm not sure I know that I am going to be doing my gathering or my smoking, anyone. So I am going to notch here. So I know that I am going to do my gathering at this point and at this point. I'll probably do one here, give 050 space and do one here, give another 050 space and do one here. So I'm going to have like 3 lines all together, and I'll replicate the same thing at this point. Then at the full length, I'm going to go ahead and taper the just close, sew this neatly, so we can have a neat finishing. This is the part that is going to be towards the shoulder. I'll go ahead and turn it by 025 here, and then turn it again by 050. So I'll be able to pass elastic, because at this point I'm going to add elastic here. So let's go to the sewing machine. I'll show you guys how to complete it. So this part I am folding now, I want to sew, is the shoulder side, the part we are going to be adding elastic. So you're going to fold it first with 025, then now go ahead and fold it again with 050. That's half an inch. On that half an inch, you're going to run your stitch all the way down. So after that, we are going to proceed to hem the down part of the sleeve. That's the part that is going to be towards the wrist. And to do that, I'm going to fold this in by 025 and fold it in again by 025, and then run a stitch on it. So in total, our sewing allowance is 050. That's half an inch. So I'm going to sew it across. So right now I want to start my smoking. So I'll be using this thread. You can see that it stretches. It's an elastic thread. So that's what I'll be using. So I'll go ahead, that part that I notched, do you see? I'm going to go ahead and start sewing on that place. But so because our thread is an elastic thread, it will automatically be doing the gather for you. You don't have to wait and then use your hand and string it. But you can also use the original method, in which that you sew after sewing, like you sew on a loose stitch, and then after sewing you now use your hand and gather it. But this is way easier. So I'm going to go ahead and run another stitch, but I'm going to leave 050 or half an inch sewing allowance, like half an inch space between the 2 threads. Do you understand? Yeah. I think I did this about 4 times during the summer. Like I have like 4 different gathers, and then I proceeded to the other, like the second part where we are going to smoke. Like, you know, when we cut this outfit, we notched 2 different positions. Yeah, just like how we did in the beginning part. You're also going to run like 4 stitches at this point also considering that you're going to leave half an inch as the space between the stitches, like the gathered stitches. At this point, I'm using elastic. This elastic is what I am going to add to the shoulder side of this sleeve. That part we folded with 050. So the length of my elastic is 17 inches. Remember that this elastic is still going to stretch. So I'm going to get my pin and pass it through the one end of this elastic, and then I'll now take my material, and then I'll now pass the pin through the space, like through that channel I created, until it comes out to the other end. So I'll now get the other part of the elastic, and then, you know, see what I just did there. Then I'll now go ahead and hold the both ends together, and then run a stitch across it all the way to the end of this sleeve, like towards the wrist region. You then go ahead and connect this sleeve to your outfit of choice, either a top or a dress, and voila, your cloth is ready. I hope you enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, thumbs up this video, and then leave a comment. Let me know any other content, any other topic you would like for me to cover, okay? If you like to order an outfit from me, please, my details is going to be in the description box.